Hey, and welcome back to my channel. If you're somebody who is like me, thinks about Halloween constantly and loves to DIY their own projects, then this video is for you. I saw a ad in Michael's of this really pretty candelabra and I decided that I wanted to do it myself. And the inspiration was from this dead rose from my sister's wedding. And this was the inspo that I found at Michael's that kind of stirred everything up for me. So I really wanted to emulate the dead roses from my sister's wedding because I thought it was so beautiful even in death. And I thought that'd be a really pretty centerpiece for my table. So luckily I had this candelabra from Michael's about 2-3 years ago. So I didn't have to purchase that, which was really great. Love that it was black, but I wanted it to be a little bit more antique-like. So you'll see later on in the video that I am going to spray paint. I did grab these florals from Hobby Lobby and I grabbed them when they were on sale. If anybody's ever been to Hobby Lobby and has seen the flowers, they are expensive, but I did get them when they were 50% off, so it made this DIY project a little bit more affordable. So I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite spray paints, and this is just this really pretty metallic rusty bronze. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly kind of coat the candelabra. I don't want it to be a full-on opaque look. I want it to look kind of weathered. So I really like that it was black. So then when I'm spraying it, some of that darkness kind of comes through and it does look a little bit more weathered, which I really like. And honestly, I love using spray paint for anything and it just turned out perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sort through and try to come up with a game plan of how I really want this to look. So I'm just going to pick some florals, see where I like them, and then I'm going to take some twine that I had purchased. I can't remember if I got it from Michael's or the dollar store. You could probably get it at the dollar store, so that'll help with costs as well. And I'm just going to move these florals around, cut them where need be, and just tie them as tight as I can. I want them to look just like a really pretty bouquet that's attached to the candelabra. The inspo was a little bit more dramatic, but I wanted it to be a little bit more simpler than that. And I'm not really being too cautious with this. And clearly it's a one-man show, so my feet do come in there to help the process as well. If you are a DIYer, you know you'll take all the hands you can get, and I have some big feet, so there are an extra 2 sets there. Or another pair, I should say. But tying everything together really was super easy, and it all just started to fill in the more that I put everything together. So I really like to put the bulkier florals first, and then go in with those daintier ones to really just fill in those spaces. And then we had just this beautiful, perfect floral candelabra, and I fell in love with it. Now, like I said, I wasn't too neat with this because I really wasn't looking for that. So you do see some of the stems that go down the candelabra, but that wasn't really something that was going to bother me because where I'm putting this, I knew that bottom of the candelabra was going to be covered, so it didn't really matter to me. You could put some ribbon or fabric if you wanted to do a little bit better of a job of covering it, but I like the exposed stems. I think it kind of just gives it a little bit more character. And then added candles to it, and it just made it so beautiful and gave me that spooky floral death vibe that I was going for. If you've ever had a bouquet of white roses and you let them die, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They turn this just muted brown beige color. It's gorgeous. But once I was finished with that, it completed my table landscape and it just looked stunning. It's exactly what I was going for and what I wanted it to look like in this really spooky, beautiful setting. Such a very easy DIY that kind of brings that ambiance to life and really makes it look spooky. Hope this inspires you for any of your DIY projects. Let me know if you end up recreating this. And as always, have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you all in the next one.